Hi, welcome to Chicks Talking Pics. You found the channel for some really good image reviews. And I'm here, Sandy's Alaska, with Jenny. Jenny, how are you doing?
I'm good, Sandy. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. All right, we're going to get right into this. This is, of course, a image discussion format or forum. And we are going to take a look at that very first image. And let's see. Oh, we have some more balloon stuff. I remember last week we had a couple of balloon images. So this must be one of your friends, Jenny.
Yep.
Yeah, Ernie has submitted a couple of images for today. Thank you, Ernie. So let's take a look at this. Jenny, did you want to go first? We usually do that.
Sure. So this is a typical Ernie self-portrait. He flies a hopper balloon, so he doesn't have a basket. So he always takes a picture of his feet with whatever he's flying over, in this case, he's flying over another balloon. And so, I mean, he's not shooting with, excuse me, with a high-end camera. This is, I believe, with a Nikon Pics little compact camera. So we can't expect too many great things on the dynamic range. The shadows are a little muddy. But yeah, it's kind of a very graphic image. And what do you think of it, Sandy?
Yeah, I think it's nice and colorful. It documents what balloon he was flying over. So yeah, this is good. Not as sharp as I'd like to see it, like you said. The shadows are a little bit muddy, but I think it tells somewhat of a story. Now, I would not know he was flying over a balloon. I would think he was, I don't know, sticking his feet up in the balloon, but I guess not. Yeah,
Yeah, I suppose if you don't know the context, it would be hard to figure out
yeah.
what's going on.
So that's neat. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't know what I really don't have anything to say bad about it or, constructive. I
I
think,
think this is something that would fit better in a story, so that in, like you said, you couldn't figure out what the context was. So it would be something that would fit in a photo essay, so you could see what leads up to this.
yeah, that makes sense. And we know he double knots his shoes. All right, let's take a look and see what settings he had on that. So these are very interesting. So an F4, and that kind of says why that balloon in the background is a little further away and not quite as sharp. And 1/308, that must be because of the camera he was using, the cool Pics. And 64, ISO 64. Now he has no control over that stuff, correct?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So that was just out of the camera. All right. Thank you, Ernie. Fun picture. Okay. So I thought this was pretty neat. This kind of shows a sense of place. Now you know what he was doing, if that is in fact Ernie.
Yep.
And he's sitting in a chair or a bench. Do you know, Jenny?
Yeah, so this is what's called a one-man balloon. So what you see behind him is a propane tank, and then it has a seat that is attached to the tank that you sit on, and then the burner is attached to the tank as well. That's the little, what kind of looks like a little shadow of a basket above his head, above the balloon. That's the burner.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, very nice capture. I think it's kind of fun. And I don't mind that it's placed in the middle. You get to know kind of where you're at. You've got a big field behind you. So yeah, I don't see anything that I could really say about to improve this one. I think it's a great little snapshot. How about you, Jenny?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if the field was a little bit more colorful rather than being just a brown, very, recently cut field. And limitations of the camera, I think, just gives you the backgrounds, there's not a lot of detail in that mountain back there, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. But with an Nikon Cool Pics, I don't think you would expect that. So
Yeah, I think this one was an iPhone pic.
okay. Oh, okay. An iPhone. Okay.
Yeah.
So f2.2 iPhones or smartphones always have a really shallow depth of field. They're always at 2.2, 2.1, I believe. I don't know about the newest cameras yet. I haven't got one. So do you know, Jenny?
I don't know, but I think, partly because their sensors are so small and your lens is so small that you're dealing with, the f-stops aren't going to translate the same way they would to the cameras we're used to using.
Yeah. Good. And 1/1221. Not used to saying those numbers. Interesting. So that really captured it fairly well. And the only reason the shadow's not real tack sharp and that at that speed is because, of course, a shadow is never sharp. I don't think you can.
Yeah, the grass you can see is quite sharp. So
Right. Yeah. So good. And ISO 25, I guess that's already built into the camera too. So good. Thanks, Ernie. That's really creative. Oh, I like this one. Go ahead, Jenny.
So this one would have been in Gallup, New Mexico, where they have the red sandstone cliffs. And people frequently climb up the cliffs to get a better view of the balloons when they're flying. So again, another shadow image, but in this case, you can't actually see the bottom part of the shadow. You just see the balloon and the people. It kind of tells a story of the people up there. Maybe having them a little closer, making them look like a couple might be better, but this is what you get.
Yeah, and timing this one, maybe just if he was coming from the left, he could have got more of the basket in there or himself or whatever he was shooting at that point, and not have it hidden in that shadow on the wall.
Right.
But I do like the scale. It's really kind of neat because you've got people in there that you never see anything like this. This is great. So it gives kind of scale to the balloon. I keep looking at the people. So I'd like to see Ernie do this over again with a DSLR or something, mirrorless camera, and practice on this one. I think this could be a fantastic image. If you capture it just a little quicker and time those people just a little bit, you'd have to ask them, speed it up. Get out there.
Yeah, and I do notice a little bit of fringing between the sky and the cliff.
Yeah,
which
I do too.
Could probably be taken care of in post-processing. But again, working with a small censored smartphone.
Yeah, let's
have some limitations.
Yeah, same kind of settings, kind of like the last one, a little bit slower, but also, this has a lot of negative space. So a balloon, somebody in the balloon industry might use it as an advertisement. I think it's got a lot of potential. And just work on that just a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it has an interesting idea, a concept behind it. But yeah, need a few more shots to get the timing just right and the positioning of all the shadows.
Yeah, the people are walking, so that's good. You've got movement in there. They're not looking at you, so they're going forward. Yeah, I like it. I do. I think it has a lot of potential. Very, very good. So I want to see you redo this one, Ernie, and and submit it later on for another Chicks Talking Pics. All right. Anything else, Jenny?
No, that's about all I can say.
All right. Well, if you'd like your images discussed on Chicks Talking Pics, please send them in JPEG format and have the longest side 1920 pixels if you possibly can. If you know how to do that, that would be great. It would save us a little bit of time. But send them to chickstalkingpics@gmail.com, and we will review your images in a future episode of Chicks Talking Pics.
And if you want to know about those future episodes, go to our channel, hit the subscribe, and the little all button bell there will give you a notification when a new episode is being posted.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks everybody for joining us today. I know this was a short one, but we are we're getting a lot more images in. We're going to be looking for our next set for the next episode. So make sure to get those in also. Thanks everybody. We'll see you on a future episode.
All right, goodbye.
All right, bye.